What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers podcast, episode 96. Let's go. We got another weekend of fights to talk about, two events to go into, one championship, UFC 301. Lots of things to get into. Very nice. Before we do all that, like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Very much appreciated. Hell yeah. One championship on Friday. We'll get into that before the UFC, as we always do. It wasn't the greatest event going into it. Not the most to care about. Obviously, it was really just the Smilla Sundells show. That's all we really cared about for the most part.
And then she ended up missing weight, so it kind of took away some of that excitement, which, I mean, I was still really excited to see her fight, but, just she wasn't qualified for the belt, so that really put a damper on the event.
Yeah.
Definitely felt bad for her because it's like she signed for one championship when she was 16 years old. She's 19 now, fucking 5'10", making 125. Like, I really, really hope that they add a flyweight division for her.
Yeah.
That would be so awesome. Like, everyone's calling for it. Everybody loves her. She's such a big star, and she's a great fighter. Like,
yeah, 'cause even afterwards she was saying that, with this was kind of a little bit shorter notice for her training camp, so that's, it just wasn't coming off. Feels like with a full training camp, she can make it one more time, but she wants another weight class. That's what she wants. That, and it with all like how that went down, it's like there's no reason to try and get her down to one more. You know what I mean?
There really isn't. And it's like, realistically, I love one, but their divisions aren't deep. So it's not like they have these crazy deep, like 125, 115, whatever, and then opening up 135, like, oh, it'll be dead. There's nothing going on. They find people to pull into fights all the time. I know they can easily get people to, like, they can find people to fight her. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be an issue. Yeah. So I don't see them not doing it. Like, I feel like they're going to.
She's gonna be, like, one of their bigger stars for a long time. So it makes all the sense for them to do that. But with the actual fight itself, Smilla does get it done. 2:59 of the second round. 1 second left in that round. That was just everything was not how I expected. I wasn't expecting her to miss weight, all of that to just happen, just very sad. And then the fight plays out, and motherfucking Natalia is fighting the fight of her life. She is faster than Smilla. She's just on the back foot, able to get in and out for good shots. The power difference between, it was so crazy that how big Smilla is, all of that. She comes in, misses weight, and then when they clinch up, Natalia's the one throwing her around, just out-muscling her. I was just like, this is fucking insane. Like,
it is, but I'm also not surprised because it's like, she had a rough weight cut. It was shorter notice, and like, the emotional stress that I'm sure she was going throughout it. I mean, she even said it herself that, like, it was just a very stressful fight camp, and now with, like, the added stress of missing weight and feeling like that added pressure on your shoulders of, like, damn, I fucked up, you know? Like, I can only imagine, like, where her mental was actually at in that. So I'm kind of not surprised that she was just getting whooped in throughout the fight. I shouldn't even say round one. You know what I mean? Like,
and not only that, but you got to think, like, with her getting thrown around, like, she's 19 going up against a 29-year-old who's been training their whole life as well. Like, obviously they're going to have way more experience there. Those muscles are going to be way more developed for that.
Oh yeah, you could see she looked jacked in there.
But that was just a very good fight. Natalia was doing great. It was rough to watch. I'm just like, damn, it was fucking Smilla, just missed weight and then comes in, just gets beat up like that. That would just suck. It would be super sad. But end of the second round, starts putting on a combo up on Natalia as she was up against the ropes, and just sneaks in a beautiful left hand to the body. Natalia fires back. Smilla hits her with a right hand up top, and when that right hand lands, that's when you just see her just start to slump over from the body shot.
Yeah, she had a very delayed reaction to it because, like you said, she threw out that right hand afterwards, got hit, but then that's when you've seen her just absolutely fold over from it. And Smilla just laid it on her at that, and it got called at the last second of the second round.
Yep.
I mean, because, she was, like, punching her afterwards, and just fucking her head going out the ropes. Like, she just folded up. She was done. Like, there was...
Yeah. There was no reason to let it go. It was correct, but just crazy that, Smilla just turned it around like that. Obviously, there were still 3 more rounds after that since it was a championship fight, but...
Yeah.
With the way it was going, if she would have recovered, I don't know if she could have found that shot again, I'm just so glad she did. That was amazing. What a comeback.
Absolutely amazing. Hopefully, just Get her a new weight division to fight at. Get her another title around her waist. That's all we need. Let's fucking go, Smilla.
Mm-hmm.
Co-main event, we had two undefeated fighters going at it, 155 pounds at in MMA. I kind of thought that Halil Amir, I know like he has the one decision going into it compared to Akbar, who is all finishes. Akbar a little bit of the favorite. I just kind of felt with his fights getting extended a bit more. Looking through his record, it felt like he fought slightly better level of competition just throughout like his career.
Right.
Thought he was going to be able to get it done. Akbar was just controlling him the entire time, dominated him in the grappling. It wasn't even close. And then the second round, just breaking away from a clinch exchange. Halil Amir backing out, hands down and everything, and Akbar just goes in, big left hook, and just puts his lights out. That shit was absolutely brutal.
Yeah, fell to the floor like a sack of potatoes.
It was just over. Like, there's nothing.
Yeah, man.
We did not need to see anymore.
Yeah, great performance from Akbar, but felt bad for Halil. Somebody's O had to go, though.
Yup. Akbar 11-0 now. Very nice. Halil Amir moves down to 10-1. Ain't no shame in that. But yeah, that was it wasn't the best fight overall, but great finish though. The featured bout, this one was even crazier than the Smilla Sundells comeback, honestly, because it lasted a little bit longer. Dmitry Menchikov versus Sinsamut. Sinsamut was so much faster, so much sharper, chewing him up with the leg kicks, just absolutely destroying him throughout the first two rounds and even into the third round. And then Dmitry just caught him with one shot, hurts him, and just starts putting it on him with every fucking thing he has.
Bombing.
Yeah, man. It was just absolutely amazing. With how, after the first round, it was just like, oh, okay, yeah, like, Dmitry probably isn't going to win this one. Second round goes, it's like, this fight's fucking over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then to, pull it through, absolutely incredible. Good for Dmitry Menchikov.
Hell yeah.
And it's like, with that, I feel like you got to give him the rematch with Region. He's just dominated people ever since losing to him in his one debut. So it's like, I mean, this, his comeback, so not really dominated like that. But, like, just a beautiful finish. 3 finishes in a row, I believe, now.
Yep.
First round finish. This one being a third round finish coming back. Definitely being down in the fight.
Yeah. So I would definitely be excited to see that. It just also kind of shows you, too, how fucking powerful Erceg is, because it's like, since somebody hit this man with everything he had for fucking, 7.5 minutes straight, until he got finished, and just unfucking bothered. Dimitri just constantly going after him, and 46 seconds, I think it was for Region.
Yeah, 46 seconds.
Absolutely incredible. Rest of the card, it wasn't the greatest one card, honestly. There was a lot of fights that weren't that great.
It wasn't, but the one thing that I want to bring out, because this was pretty crazy, was the grappling match between Basilio and Ichikawa. Bro, Basilio got a RNC 35 seconds into the match. It took absolutely nothing. We see from one angle that, like, she immediately gets on the back and that, like, she is definitely cranking on something, and we're like, oh, is it under? The second we, like, realize they changed the camera angle, and bro, it was under. Deep as it could be. Looked like she was about to squeeze that lady's head off. 35 seconds, though. Crazy.
Put her to sleep, too, with that. Didn't even get the tap out of it. 35 seconds unconscious. Just incredible. Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful. But yeah, decent card from one championship. Let's fucking go. What the next one should be? I think that's the
Smilla and
not Smilla.
Not Smilla. Sorry, Stamp and
Stamp.
I don't even know who she's fighting in that one since she's lined up for 2. But it should also be
Zamagawa, I think is her last name, or something like that.
Isn't Cade making his
Denise? Yeah.
Isn't Cade fighting in MMA?
Maybe.
I don't know. They have too much going on, and they have booked people for too many fights without the fights happening. Yeah. So I can't really remember.
Yeah, they're...
Yes, Cade is fighting Blake Cooper, and now that I'm looking at it, I remember Blake Cooper is the brother of Ray Cooper.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's...
And then he's grappling Mikey in September. That's what it is.
Yeah, and Mikey's fighting on
and he's
the next card.
Yes.
On that card as well.
It's crazy that all three of them are fighting on this card, but also booked to fight in September.
I know. What
insane.
The fuck is going on?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's fucking go one championship. They're just hoping that everything goes fine. What the fuck?
Our second favorite one championship heavyweights on that card in Ben Tynan.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Let's fucking go. But yeah, that is crazy. I did not realize they had all three of them booked for both of those cards. That's that's fucked up. Especially for K2 getting his first MMA fight and then having to fucking grapple Mikey fucking 3 months later potentially. Like that.
Yeah.
Stamp fucking having to defend her title and then move up a weight class 3 months later. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. UFC 301 though. We got to get into this shit because boy, am I unhappy. There so many things let me down on this card.
So, first to start off, before we start getting into it, I just want to say, like, I don't know their opinions because I was not here. So I'm genuinely curious how he feels about a lot of this card.
Main event, Alexandre Pantoja taking on Steve Erceg. Flyweight title on the line. Pantoja gets it done. Unanimous decision. 2 48-47s, 1 49-46. Ginger, how did you score this fight after 5 rounds?
I will say this, 49-46 is an insane card to get to. I had it 48-47 going either way. Like, a lot of those rounds were close. Like, and I think the 5th round is what clinched it for Pantoja.
Honestly, for me, I feel like 49-46 for Erceg is way easier to get to than Pantoja 49-46. First round was clearly Pantoja, easy.
Yes.
Second round and 4th round to me were clearly for Erceg. Those weren't like hard. The 3rd round and the 5th round is definitely where it's closer, but I don't know. I kind of thought that Erceg did enough in the 3rd round to get it done, and with the 5th round, it's like, because most of it, it's like Pantoja, he got 9 takedowns throughout the fight.
Yeah.
At most, he got mount and back for short periods of time, barely like throughout the fight, and he did absolutely nothing with it anytime he got it. Barely any ground and pound, no submission attempts, nothing at all. The entire fight, from the 2nd round on, it was all Steve Erceg landing the bigger shots, landing just... I don't know. I just kind of felt that was a pretty fucked decision for Steve Erceg. It was crazy to me watching it too. After the 3rd round, in both of the corners, they were telling the fighters that Pantoja was up 3-0. I thought that was absolutely insane.
Like, because it was wild. Like, they went to Pantoja's corner first, and hearing his coach say, they know they're down 3, we know you're up 3, like, whatever. And we're sitting there like, that's really crazy advice to hear. What the fuck? And then going over to Steve Erceg's corner, and them saying, you're down 3, you gotta do something. It's like, bro, what? Like, what the fuck? Because 1 and 3 definitely close, or 1 was definitely Pantoja, 3 was definitely close, but round 2 was definitely Erceg.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure all 3 of the judges gave it to Erceg round 2, and then I think 2 of the 3 gave round 4 to Erceg.
But any of the closer rounds, like, yeah,
I feel like Steve Erceg got absolutely fucked, and he should be the new flyweight champion, in my opinion.
So,
like, Pantoja showed throughout the fight that he has amazing grappling, and he is an absolute dog as always, because motherfucking Steve Erceg, man. The left hooks, the right uppercuts, the jabs, like...
The left hooks to the body that he kept finding, too, were so beautiful.
It's just, again, it's like, motherfucker, I don't understand. There's got to be something about just, like, fighting Pantoja and, like, how he fights or whatever it feels like in there that people don't want to consistently go to his body.
They might feel too open because it's like, even when it's your body, like, Pantoja's still going forward. If it's not shutting him down, he's moving forward. And I wonder if they just feel too open when they land it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that they consistently find. They want to be able to actually land it and not get countered. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Or just a clinch that then can turn into a takedown and things of that nature.
But
because you have to be fairly close to get a lot of body shots in.
Yeah, but I guess also just thinking it's like with Pantoja going for a lot of takedowns a lot of time, it's like throwing uppercuts to the body, just punches to the body. It helps get you for like just ready for the underhooks when he is going to engage in that. So
no, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's just a very underutilized thing for his opponents that can just I don't know. It sucks.
It does.
So I do just want to say this that it was, besides for the one that, did 49-46, it was first round for Pantoja, second round Erceg, third round Pantoja, fourth round Erceg, fifth round Pantoja.
Yeah.
So it was back and forth, and then 23 of the 26 media members that have decision put their scorecards out there had it for Pantoja.
It was close, but I mean, I know you feel like he got fucked, but one thing that I will say is that this was his fourth fight in the UFC and nobody knew who the fuck he was. Since the fight announcement, everybody is like, who the fuck is this guy, or like getting to know him. Now that the fight has happened, even with him losing, the way his stock just goes all the way up for lasting 5 rounds and having such a competitive, close fight with Pantoja. You know what I mean? Like, there are so many people that do think that Steve won that fight that I wouldn't be surprised if his next fight is Brandon Royval, someone in the top 5, and he gets another title shot after that. It's not going to take very long.
No.
And even if it is Pantoja again, full fight camp, not coming straight out of a different fight camp, like, he might be able to get it done the second time.
No,
like,
I mean, definitely the more time that goes by, for sure, for a rematch to happen, it's going to favor.
I just don't think it's going to take very long to get there, honestly.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Good.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't know if they will go to like him versus Royval.
Well, that's why I said, or someone in the top 5. Like, he was just someone I was thinking of, but like,
just because then it's like winner. It's like just gonna be a rematch for you know what I mean. I feel like they don't want to go to just rematches anymore right away with like, especially flyweight, because just I don't know, just how it's all played out recently.
Him versus Kai is a fun fight.
I just think he wins, and I think it's a rematch that they'd be willing to go to because it's a new guy that like. Actually had an exciting fight, clearly, like, was a tougher opponent, and it's like I said, if he has a full fight camp, like, he might actually win that. Like, I feel like this would be one of the rematches that they'd be willing to go for.
Especially considering this guy doesn't have a lot of fights against a lot of the top 5, top 10 competition who are currently in the top 5, top 10. Whereas, Pantoja, damn near every fight in the top 10 is a rematch for him.
Yeah.
Like, he cleared the division before he was even champion.
No, yeah. Because honestly, I do like the idea of him versus Kai Kara-France. I feel like that would be a really good one. Then you could go to Makaev versus Brandon Royval, you know what I mean? And then it's like, depending on how things play out, because it's like Kai gets a big win over Erceg, let's say, and then if Royval wins against Makaev, then it's like Kai could be in a title fight. You know what I mean? Just, you could line it up different ways. But for both of them, though, they both got motherfucking chins on them, man. Like, it is...
Pantoja is like, at this point, it's like, we need to have that. We need to really start having that discussion of one of the greatest chins of all time.
Yeah, man.
Because this dude just eats damage.
It's absolutely insane. The shots that Erceg were putting on him, it's like those knockout fucking damn near everyone else in the top 10, top 15 within like the first 2 rounds of what he was landing.
Bro, and the elbows he kept landing. The fact that he kept going to the elbows, he split him open on 2 different sides of his forehead. The amount of blood that was coming out at that, like, even just the way that Pantoja reacted, because he landed that, he got in the clinch, and he was holding it. And then it got to a point where I even said it to Jimmy, and he said that he was thinking the same thing. But it looked like Pantoja was using Erceg to put pressure on his head. He like got him down, and like the way he was holding him, he just like kept putting his forehead into his body. Like, he was concerned about that shit.
I feel like you obviously will see people react to like a cut or whatever, but I feel like you said, to just get the dominant clinch position right away, and then to be like, oh shit, like, I've never seen someone react like that before. Like, that was such a big shot. And just throughout the fight after that, those step-in elbows were just absolutely nasty, man. Fucking vicious.
Okay, so me and my dad are both on drugs. but every time they played that replay, like for the elbow, you can see Erceg have his hand out, and it grazes his eye. His thumb grazes his eye. That's what he was doing. The fact no one else in commentary never mentioned this is actually kind of insane.
I didn't see that, but it didn't look like he was covering his eye to me. It looked like he was up here covering his forehead.
Yeah, I definitely didn't catch that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, Pantoja caught him with a few nut shots throughout that fight, too. There was probably like 3 of them that fucking...
Yeah, that Erceg just was like, no, whatever, just keep going.
No, yeah. It's just like, I was just shocked that you guys didn't see it either. Like, I'm like, okay, apparently me and my dad were the only ones who were seeing that.
Yeah, I definitely did not catch that at all. But, yeah, man, either way, though, Erceg ranked number 10 heading into this. Probably moving up the rankings after that performance.
Definitely.
It should be.
Bro, put him in the top 5 after that.
Yeah.
Honestly, put him above Perez. I don't care.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't have a problem with that. It's just like I just feel like they're not going to. You know what I mean?
I know, but that's just my personal opinion.
No, yeah, because he performed way better against Pantoja than Royval or Moreno in Pantoja's last 2 fights, and that's number 1 and number 2.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, like, he literally just came out of a fight camp and just came out of a fight.
Yeah.
Dude was eating what was it, 2 months ago? KFC chicken when he got the call for it.
Yeah, it was damn near 2 months ago to the day because it was March 2nd.
Yeah. Pantoja's fucking been known he's fighting on this day against whoever for probably like 5 months now. It sucks. I just felt really bad for Erceg. I thought he should have been able to get it done. But either way, he'll be back in big fights soon enough. No shame in that. I know he was real fucking heavy on himself, but it's like, I don't know. That was just so fucking good. Nothing to be ashamed about.
Yeah.
The co-main event, though. I was also disappointed in this one as well, honestly.
Sorry to interrupt you. Will you flip the thing? The light's coming like right in my eye. Oh no, the bottom one. Thank you.
The King of Rio returned in Rio. Jose Aldo Jr. taking on Jonathan Martinez. It kind of played out a little bit how I thought of
how it could.
Yeah, it's just where Jose Aldo really is just kind of better everywhere. And if Martinez isn't making this a kickboxing fight and isn't utilizing that enough and is just going to try and box it out with Jose Aldo, he's not winning the fight. And that's just basically what happened. He started off the fight really good with a lot of leg kicks. It was very nice, but did not last long until he just stopped going to them, let Jose Aldo set the pace of the fight. That's
what happens when you get checked.
Yeah,
but bro, it's like he couldn't get anything off. Like you would see him, like he was feinting a lot, he was moving a lot, but Jose was just much better, and just wouldn't let him get anything going, and he was just so slow to start it. Like, it was just crazy to see him just standing there, just like letting it happen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how else to explain it.
That's kind of the power of Jose. There was a lot of times where people would do that. Like, it's that thing, like when you're like that legendary of a fighter and that like well respected, it's like you can't even think about them as that person. You just have to think of them as a fighter. Because like, if you get it, because then you're just like, oh my God, it's Jose Aldo or Anderson Silva or GSP, and you start getting in your own head.
Exactly. And just, that's why in the preview just kind of brought up where it's like, he was someone that I thought where that could be an effective, because it's the fucking King of Rio and you're in fucking Rio. You know what I mean? Like, that is such a big ask to get done, even though he's been out for a while, you've been on such a great streak. It's like, he has just done such better things and been in there, like, in just such bigger moments for so many years. It just doesn't even compare.
And not only that, even though he's been retired from MMA for 2 years, he has been boxing. He's had 3 boxing fights since, so it's not like he's just been sitting out getting fat. It's like, you know what I mean? He's been training. He's been fighting. It just wasn't MMA, and since they kept it essentially a kickboxing fight, like this is exactly what Jose's been working. You know, not the kicks as much, but he's the king of kicks, so that's not something that's just gonna fade away. Train for it for a little bit. He got it. Like
but that's the after like especially probably like 3-4 minutes into the first round, it's like Martinez wasn't kicking as much, so it was basically just boxing at that point, and that's where it
Yeah.
Bro, he looked just as fast as ever, just as powerful as ever. That third round, I can't remember the shot exactly that he landed, but Martinez got so fucking hurt.
Yeah, Martinez is definitely another guy tough as hell. Like,
yeah, man.
Yes.
That shit, I really thought that Aldo was about to get that third round finish. Just absolutely incredible, but gets it done. Unanimous decision. Beautiful.
Yeah.
What a way to come back in your home country, fucking Rio, and just finish out your UFC contract like that.
Yep.
Nah, hell yeah.
Do you think Jose Aldo goes to BKFC?
Nah.
They might give him a call, but I don't see him actually going.
You don't think so?
Nah.
I don't think there'd be a big enough fight for him in BKFC, and with him, like, you know, fighting in, like, Shuto boxing and stuff, like, I just think that he'll probably want to find bigger boxing fights, bigger money fights.
But I guess that's where, just trying to think about it, it's like, in terms of boxing, what's gonna be a bigger thing than an offer from BKFC? Because it's like, we know that, you know, like Mike Perry making $600,000, you know, like for his last one. Chad Mendez made $600,000 to fight in BKFC after like like sponsors, everything like that, and what he got paid from them. It's like Jose Aldo could easily end up clearing close to a fucking $1 million for a 10-minute fucking bare knuckle boxing fight.
That's true.
We get
shit. We might see it.
Jose Aldo versus John Dodson.
That's like the only person I could think.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what was he gonna do? Come over and fight what? Jimmy Rivera?
He could.
Like,
but that, like,
hell, fuck it. Get the trilogy. Him versus Jeremy Stevens.
But like that's just like, but like that's the thing though, because it's like there's just not that many like no matter where you go, there's not going to be that many big fights anyway. So if it's like just straight up boxing and you're trying to like book him against someone, it's like that's not gonna like there's not gonna be that much money in it. Like no matter who he fights in BKFC, he's gonna get paid more money. So I just wouldn't be surprised because it's like clearly he was under UFC contract and was able to do these boxing fights. They're not gonna let him probably go do BKFC under UFC contract. So it's like I don't know. I feel like that's definitely a possibility that we might see him get an offer and end up like doing a fight or two.
He also said like we'll see, you know, because like he could for some reason resign to the UFC.
Yeah, he could resign and try and get himself a fight with Sean O'Malley. Look for a title fight. You know what I mean? Like,
no, exactly. Like,
yeah.
If he does sign another contract, do the fight you guys wanted to do originally. Give me Dom Cruz versus Jose Aldo, please.
Yeah, that I would have no problems with that at all.
He said he wouldn't mind skipping the line to fight Sean O'Malley, though. So I feel like if they're like, "We'll give you the Sean fight," then he'll be like, "Okay."
Yeah. Bro, and you know Sean's taking that. You know it.
Oh,
he beats Marab, and then they offer him Jose Aldo. He's taking that. No doubt about that.
Yes.
I'd have no problems with that. Let's fucking go. Aldo in a title fight 2025?
Yeah, because who knows when that shit's happening.
Fights Marab in September, turns around December.
Yeah, right.
Allegedly.
2 knockouts, and then he fights Ryan Garcia 2025.
Yeah, right.
That's how it would play out. He could finish.
What I'm saying is that he would not fight in December.
If he finished Marab and he was uninjured and everything, and the opponent was Aldo in December, I think he takes it.
Okay, true.
Yeah, I think he takes it too.
Like, he gets a first or second round knockout over Marab. Yeah, that's happening. If he gets offered for it, that's where it's like...
And besides, you got the timeline wrong. It's fight Marab in September, get the win. Fight Jose in December. Jose wins, Jose retires.
Right, he's not beating Sean O'Malley. I wish. Either way, King of Rio, great return. Let's fucking go. The featured bout, I had a feeling, but the feeling wasn't like this. This was too fucking stupid. goddamn Anthony Smith with probably the easiest fight of his career in the last, 7 years.
Yeah, Vitor Petrino with the lowest fight IQ I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
They're just out at range, landing some leg kicks back and forth, touching each other a little bit, nothing too big. Wide open double leg, Petrino shoots on Anthony Smith, and he's like, I'm gonna lock up the gilly. And Petrino was definitely just thinking, oh, I could just slam this guy and probably knock him out. He lifts him all the way up, and then he realized, oh fuck, this shit is deep. And then he drops him down, and then he taps. Ref doesn't catch it, has to tap again. First round, gilly submission, Anthony motherfucking Lionheart Smith, let's go.
2 minutes on the dot.
Crazy.
It was so stupid.
Yeah, it was so bad.
It was so stupid.
I thought he could get a third round finish after getting beat up for 10 minutes and Petrino getting tired. But yeah, good for Anthony Smith, man. Good for motherfucking
apparently
Anthony
Smith's leg kicks were doing some real damage because they were talking about, because DC was like, yeah, Vitor's like limping out of the cage, so
yeah.
I guess that's probably why he went for the takedown, because it's like, bro has 7 knockout wins out of his 11 wins. And you went for the takedown against Anthony Smith.
Yeah, who is
a
easily
black belt.
Easily one of the best straight up jiu-jitsu guys in the light heavyweight division, no doubt about it.
100%.
So it's, I mean, I guess it makes more sense than if he was just like, fuck, I can't stand, but silly.
Yeah, man,
I think, you're right, though, about it being one of the only other, fight that, in the past couple years, I would say was easy for him was the Devin Clark fight.
Yeah, well, that was 4 years ago.
Yeah, that was in November 2020.
Yeah. So. Yeah, man. It just good for Anthony Smith. Motherfucking Poetan afterwards. Did you see this, Ginger? What Poetan said to him?
Yes.
Challenge Anthony Smith to a grappling match. $50,000 on the line. Smith starts out on the back, hooks in everything. And he has 5 minutes to try and submit him. How disrespectful, man.
That is so disrespectful.
The head is just listen, I've seen all of you talking shit about my black belt. I'm going to show you it's real. I just don't show it in the cage.
Do you think that if they were to actually do that and Smith can't subs him, he stops ever talking shit about ever trying to do an MMA fight with him?
Yes.
Maybe.
Because if he can't sub him there, what makes him think he's going to be able to grapple him in MMA? And then,
yeah.
And now he's going to get left
Look. Smith is up there when we talk about delusional fighters.
What?
So he might still think he could do something.
Listen, I couldn't do it there, but it was because he was only focused on that. MMA, anything can happen. It's a mix of martial arts, you know what I mean? But yeah, I love that for Anthony Smith.
Yeah. Did you see what Anthony Smith said about what?
Did I choke him the fuck out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he should be able to. But yeah. Number 10 coming in, defending against unranked Vitor Petrino. I don't know where. Give him a title fight against Poetan, right?
Nah.
I'd be fine with it. Put it on a whatever, it doesn't matter. Could be a fight night.
No, I legit said after the fight, just fuck it, give him Bogdan.
Nah, you can't do that. That's crazy. That would just be so mean. You gotta let them 2v2 fight 2 other people. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. Fuck it, give Smith Krylov then.
Yeah.
I will keep trying to give your boy fights.
Yes. Smith versus Nikita Krylov, book it for whenever, it doesn't matter. Apex main event, let's fucking go. But yeah, good shit for him. Next fight on the card. This was
incredible.
Yeah, just as easy as I was hoping it was gonna be. Motherfucking Michel Pereira hits a backflip to Gilly in 54 seconds of the first round. For a second, I really thought that they were going to call a no contest on him because he does the backflip, knee and shin, just fucking smack Ihor to the face. He starts getting up, jumps the Gilly, gets the sub.
I'm really happy that they didn't call it a no contest because it's not what he got him with. You know what I mean? Like, he just hit the backflip, which I was real happy to see him bring that back. So that's a plus. And he didn't mean to hit him in the face with his shin. He just meant to backflip on top of him. Yeah. And then he got the ghillie. It's not like he knocked him out there.
It's just it's one of those things though where it's like, what do you expect to happen from the backflip?
Hopefully you can expect that like you backflip far enough that like your legs are past him, or maybe not far enough and your like legs like or knees like land on his body, or like far enough away that you're just away from the head. You know what I mean? Like, or the thing is that you're going for a backflip. There's no process at all. You're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, what happens afterwards is not a thought.
But that's the thing. It's like there's so many, because it's like, even if like, because if he were like backflip and like let's say his like feet land on whatever, like that's stomping a grounded opponent. Like that, like there are just so many ways more
that can just go wrong.
It's gonna be an illegal thing. Like it's
Listen,
just, I love it. It's awesome.
I know,
but it's so fucking stupid. Like,
it is,
because it's like he already did that against Nico Price, fucking kicked him in the head, but like they didn't care enough to say anything about it. This one, it looked like they actually might fucking do something. Like, he's really gotta fucking stop with that shit. The bigger fight he's in, like, it's gonna.
I love it.
It will fuck him at some point.
Dude's next fight he's gonna lose is gonna be another DQ.
Yeah, like I legit I want like the rest to tell him, yeah, no, like I legit I don't mind if they put a rule change. No backflips in the middle of a fight.
I mean, I don't know.
Just because it's just like, dude, eventually that's going to hit someone to where it is what finishes the fight.
Yeah.
And then what are you going to say? Because you haven't said anything yet.
Oh, yeah, I definitely get that. Either way.
And you already know my opinion. My opinion is bring back knees to the ground opponent, bring back soccer kicks. So I already want that. So if they bring that back, then I really don't give a fuck. Then do what you want.
Days. Let's fucking go. But yeah, just incredible to witness the first backflip to ghillie. It was just beautiful technique, beautiful sequence of events.
I wish that was the Tapology result.
It really should be.
Hilarious.
Do you think Michel Pereira should get a top 15 opponent after this?
I was saying he should. And I was saying, fuck it, give him fucking Paul Craig.
Oh, the next fight to talk about, main card opener, wowie, oh wowie, this was real sad to see. Caio Borralho versus Paul Craig.
I was about to say, you like that segue?
Absolutely terrible. He looked so bad. Caio was just so much faster than him on the feet.
Oh, yeah.
Every jab, every cross, just stunning him. Like, there was zero reactions or anything from Paul Craig as Caio's just throwing ones and twos at him. It was terrible. Second round, left hook, or left cross, sorry. Just fucking folded him up on the floor.
Got his first UFC knockout.
Yep. I was not expecting it.
Caio the GOAT, right?
Caio. Okay.
It was a really good win for him. It just so fucking smart to never engage with the fucking, like, the ground game or anything. Paul shoots in on terrible takedowns, just rolling to his back, trying to pull guard, pull the leg, whatever. And he's like, get the fuck up.
I will admit, that one guard pull was slick as fuck. I thought he was going to have it.
You want to know the thing with Caio is, though? Is that, like, a lot of his fights aren't that exciting. This was good.
Yes.
And I was almost like, okay, you know what? He had a fun fight. But then, after he knocked out Paul Craig, and Paul Craig got up and left the spot, he went back to the spot and did the Pajeda. And I was like, bro, he's not even there anymore. What are you fucking doing? That pissed me off so bad. It was so goddamn corny.
It really was.
I was just like, okay, there you go. Whatever, like, I gained back from this, you lost it again. I don't care. I'm not a fan. Have fun fights. I don't like you.
What do you expect from a guy who has free spirit and fight or die? Like, this dude has so many tattoos, and they're all either script or kanji. Like, do you expect this guy not to be corny?
That's so true, but, like, I hated it.
This dude, like, is getting tattoos like he's in Memento. Like,
because, like, if he would have done it at least on the spot while Paul was still there, it's like, okay, funny. You copied him, but whatever. But the fact that you went back around, like, a couple minutes later after they announced the fight, you went back to the spot and said, I hate you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then,
just do a weird, do like a weird bow or something. Like, I don't fucking care. But yes, doing it afterwards when it's not spontaneous. Like, that's what made Izzy when he beat Pajeda and he did the arrow thing. That made it great. When the other fighter did it, it's like why are you copying this man?
Yeah, David Onama. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
it's
was
just
the one
not
that
as
did it.
cold anymore.
But yeah, and then he goes on the mic after his win and proceeds to call out Jared Cannonier, who just got booked in a main event against Nasruddin Imavov. So that was also a real big misstep on that. There was no reason. He's like, he's a bad motherfucker. Let's find out who's the baddest motherfucker. And it's like, it really wasn't great. He could have done way better with all of that afterwards.
Yeah.
Him versus Brendan Allen next, right?
Yeah. No, it's still way too big of a step up. He just beat number 13, Paul Craig, gonna go to number 6.
Jack Hermanson.
You know what? Fuck it. Let him fill in because Fluffy pulled out against Dolidze, so
True.
give him Dolidze.
Fuck it, I don't mind that.
Definitely didn't take any damage or anything in that fight, so I forget.
You gotta be taking damage
supposed to
in that fight.
Huh?
You're gonna be taking damage in that fight.
Yeah, probably. But good win for Kaio. Yeah, you fucking watch that fight and you think Michelle Pajeda should fight Paul Craig, you fucking piece of shit. The most explosive, athletic man in that division versus someone that is the complete opposite. With no striking ability, no takedown ability, only wacky grappling ability.
Fine. I'll go to my second option, which was Chris Curtis.
You know what? It's fine. Because Michelle Pajeda hits him with the right hand, floors him, goes to do a backflip, gets caught in an inverted triangle.
True. He would. That would somehow happen.
That would be beautiful. Let's fucking go. That's the fight to make. Nah. But, yeah. UFC 301, main card pay-per-view. Wasn't too bad. Ended up playing out pretty fun. Let's go. The prelims. We had some good shit, some fun shit, some wacky shit. The wackiest shit of them all. Prelim main event. That. Joe Anderson, Brito versus Jack Shore. This man is a monster. Brito wins by the first ever, I believe, doctor stoppage due to a cut on the shin.
Which, before I guess we talk about it, did you see Jack Shore posted, or whoever it was, that all he needed was a couple stitches and it wasn't as serious as the doctor made it?
Yeah, no broken bones or anything. Or...
I did feel bad because Jack looked so willing to fight still after it when the doctor called it. Yeah. But Joe Anderson was easily beating him either way.
Yes. I legitimately want the doctor's explanation on it because I'm just confused.
Yeah, because first of all, the way he poked around in it and just dug in it and then called it, it's like, bro, were you feeling for something? Did you think that you felt something off? But I don't know. It didn't look right to me. I'm not a doctor, though, so who am I?
Yeah.
But
no, so I just want, this is one of those times where it's legitimately, I want the doctor to go on, Helwani's show or whatever and do an interview. And it's not even, on some hater shit, you stopped the fight. It's like,
just explain it.
I just want to know the clarification.
Yeah, just curiosity.
What did you saw? Why did you stop it? I just want to know the reasoning.
Yeah. But either way, that shit was crazy because it's you see just a little bit of blood dripping from it. Fucking Burrito lands another nasty leg kick, and it just looked like it exploded. Just the blood that smeared upwards and dripping downwards. I've never seen nobody shin bleed like that. That was pretty gnarly. I do understand why they stopped it mid-fight because it's hey, let's see what the hell is going on here. But to call it, that was the questionable part.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely sucks for Jack Shore, but Joe Anderson, Brito, it's just amazing for him. Like you said, he was beating the shit out of him anyway. It's that every single leg kick was so big and damaging. It's how many more till he was fucked either way. You know what I mean? It's
he landed a total of 22.
Yeah.
And not even that, Brito was beat him as... Brito was beating him at his own game anyway because Jack Shore was trying to clinch him up, get him against cage, take him down. He was getting reversed on the cage. Like there's nothing Jack Shore was really going to be able to do to win that fight.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, man. Good shit for Brito. Extend his finishing record to 5, only one behind Shavkat, who's got the most in the UFC right now at 6. Amazing. He definitely should be fighting someone in the top 15 at featherweight.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. It just...
It's just
he could have been fought somebody.
A lot of people... there are 2 people who are not both. 3.
Do you know it is a fight that I kind of don't want, but I feel like is a good one and makes sense? Him versus Bryce Mitchell.
See, I was thinking him versus Dan Ige, but I don't mind him versus Bryce Mitchell either.
Yeah.
That'd be rough as hell for Bryce, but that's still just a really good test, and that could be a really fun fight.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But yeah, great fight. Good shit between Brito and Jack Shore. What else on the prelim stood out to you guys that you want to talk about?
The prelims honestly had some good fights.
It did. The first one I want to get into is Mauricio Rufy.
Yeah.
This man hit a scissor... What was it? Like, the scissor leg takedown on Jamie Miller? Jesus.
I forget what that cool fucking name.
I know. I just call it a scissor takedown because that's the action you're doing. But, bro, and just the flying knee into the punch, like, Jesus Christ.
This dude was so much better than Jamie Malarkey.
Oh my God, it wasn't even close. Like, and I gotta agree with oh shit, a lot of people on Twitter were all saying it. It did kind of feel like, in a way, like young McGregor, where it's just like, complete like he's just doing what he wants in there on the
They were saying that on commentary. I remember that.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't get that.
Not
feel,
in
really.
terms of complete, like, but just able to just like completely dominate on the feet without like really having to worry about anything. It looked like.
No, yeah. That's
I'm not saying
fair.
like he's got that. I'm not making the comparison for like a trajectory thing, but just like in terms of like his movement and the way he was doing it, it's like it is like in that similar vein, similar style.
Yeah, I see what you mean by that for sure. But yeah, that was an absolutely amazing performance. He fucking called out Islam afterwards, said that he's fucking coming for him, as he knows that he's upset that he beat his training partner. So I thought that was a funny one. It's definitely just a way to try and get shit moving for you. 155 pounds, you know what I mean? Get a spectacular win like that, look amazing. Get people are talking about him, call out the champ, and just
Yeah.
I'm definitely excited to see what he could do at 155 pounds for sure. Let's see. Step up in competition, and that's just Jamie. It's like he's solid, but just very slow, basic, and extremely chinny. You know what I mean? So definitely a great setup matchup for Rufy.
Yes.
Kate, what'd you like on the prelims though that you want to get into?
It's kind of hard. I guess with Miktabek Orabai and Elves Brenner. That was such a crazy fight. Elves Brenner, man, he had such a rough weight cut, but he's still so fucking tough. Because just seeing the videos of just him struggling, trying to make the weight and all of that, he definitely looked a bit drained in there.
Oh yeah.
And just watching him eat the shots and just getting beat up over 3 rounds was pretty crazy, but it was still a good fight.
Hell, he was eating shots in the 3rd round better than he was in the 1st.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Mektabek is a problem for this division for sure.
Yeah.
He is going to be in so many fun fights. He's going to beat a lot of good fighters. I'm so excited to see what he could do. 26 years old too. Just so solid, man.
I do think like if you're able to like withstand a little bit and you're able to push the pressure onto him and really push the pace, you could win. It's just going to be a hard ass fucking fight no matter what. But
definitely.
He was also exhausted in there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they were both just doing a whole lot going after it. So it's like, you definitely understand.
And that third round, literally, from what I remember when I was watching, it literally came down to the wire last second. McDebeck getting the knockdown. It's like that probably just won him the fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because was it that one where I think it was the second round that there was the cage grab, and or was that a different fight?
No, that was in. No, that was later.
I don't remember so many fights.
I don't remember that being a 29, because I remember there being a 29-20. Yes, it was in that fight.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Because it just second round gets the has the cage grab, so they just call the point, let the flow of action keep on going. So it's like
I love that, by the way.
No, perfect refereeing. Me and Kay were talking about that. Like that was absolutely best case scenario. So then going into the third, it's just like, okay, if Elves can win this round, now we're getting, like, it could be a draw, you know what I mean? And then, like you said, just extremely close round, gets the knockdown late, secures it for him. And, because that, if he didn't get that, it could have easily ended up being a draw. Like, that was a very close one.
Hell yeah. Nah, that shit was very close. Like, in significant strikes, they both landed 17, but Elves outstruck him a little bit. He had the control time, but yeah, it was just that knockdown that really just gave it to McDebeck.
Damage.
Yeah. Yeah, that absolutely amazing. Let's fucking go. McDebeck or to buy. Last one for me that I feel like bringing up is a good little one. Ismael Bonfim versus Vince Pichel.
That was the other one I wanted to bring up.
Yeah. I was definitely a bit nervous for Bonfim. I thought that Vince could just be a little bit better than him on the feet. Just he's fought so many good guys at 155 pounds. I know he's 41 years old, but he's very solid. This was a very easy win for Bonfim. He looked absolutely amazing on the feet. Vince from Hell Pichel, just a fucking dog, man. He ate so many shots.
The flying knees into the combos that he was just eating. Like, I mean, he was noticeably hurt, but the fact that he didn't go down and swung himself through it, you know, like...
It's like, and with, like, even saying that he would noticeably get hurt, it's like, you would tell that, it would affect him. He would back up, and he's just right there, you know?
Yes,
Fucking crazy at 41 years of age that he's fucking eating shots like that from Bonfim. Just... incredible from both of them. I loved it. Good shit for Bonfim to get back on the winning track. Just real rough last year, losing to Benoit Saint-Denis, and then supposed to fight Vince, has the fucking bad weight cut. Fight gets pulled. So, just, like to see that. Let's fucking go.
Hell yeah.
But those are all of the fights to talk about on this card. UFC 301, not too bad. People talking shit about it, but, you know. It was fun. It delivered for
It was a fun card.
I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tapology, though, next thing to get into. KT streak does not continue. Hooray!
Ooh.
Right? What?
Goddamn Anthony Smith.
Why are you booing that, Ginger? What the hell? You should be happy that I broke it before it picked up too much steam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you still won, so boom.
Let's go. I got first. Yeah, believing in Anthony Smith won me the fucking night. Let's go.
You scared Nubby off of my lap.
That makes sense.
Yeah, as I was doing my picks, I was just like, I just gotta believe in him. I know that he can do it. He's gonna get it done. And yeah, like I said earlier, way easier than I thought that was gonna be. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest night of Tapology, though, between all of us. Me getting first place with 9 correct picks out of 13. So, you know, got 1 decision, 1 perfect, 2 semis. I don't even know what the Michelle had. I played KO. What was my perfect? Burrito KO round 2. That's what it was, yeah. Got a little bit lucky with that one, but hey, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I was so happy when that happened. But yeah, KT gets second, Ginger gets third.
Yeah. I don't have my stats up, but that's all that matters is Ginger did not come in front of me.
You got 8 right, 1 perfect, 1 decision, 1 semi-perfect. I got 7 with 1 decision, 1 perfect, 1 semi-perfect.
Very nice.
Yeah, and then we've had I don't even remember the last time we talked about the draft, but we had a little bit more changes to it last night. I had 3 fighters on the card, got a little bit unlucky. It never at the start of the year when we did this, did not think that Steve Erceg was getting a title shot this year. So I got I had Pantoja and Erceg in that one. Obviously gets me a win and a loss. And then my boy Elfsbrenner, my honorable mention. Oh, I took a bad one in that one. It's okay, you know. Brings me to 7-5. Ties with Kate for the most wins. Got the best overall record.
Yeah, because I started the night with 7-5, but Jonathan Martinez lost, so I am now 7-6. Ginger still has the worst overall record, though.
Yes. Least amount of wins,
Fuck
most amount of losses. Hey,
I can't wait until the second half of the year and I smoke y'all.
When have you ever had a rally come from behind win? What the fuck? It's always you start strong and then you fade in the back half. So if you're starting bad, I don't know. Bro, I told you fucked up with going Manel Kopp and Jalen Turner, alright? How are you gonna pull ahead? You went Johnny Walker too?
Holy shit, no faith from 7 to 11, it's all 0-1.
7-12.
Oh, 7-12.
Yes, Johnny Walker, Jeff Neal, Vicente Luque, Jalen Turner, Lupe Godinez, Benoit Anthony. That's rough, man. You do got Arnie on the books against Giga Chikadze, though. I feel like that's definitely should be an easy win for Arnie. He should be able to get
but that just
done.
adds to the top win streak of his 3 wins.
Hopefully Manel Kopp can take a loss whenever he comes back, so it extends that from 6 to 12. That'd be fun.
It would be fun.
Fuck off.
But yeah, let's fucking go. The draft is moving along nicely this year. Oh yeah, I got Derek Lewis next week. Yeah, 2 weeks in a row coming up. I got main event fighters, Lerone Murphy and Derek Lewis. Let's fucking go. I'm not confident in either one of those, honestly.
I got people coming up somewhere.
You got
Islam and Renat.
Yep.
I don't know when Renat's fighting, but I know he's fighting Dalby.
Is he fighting on Saudi? He might be.
I think that's Saudi, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But let's fucking go. That's all we got to talk about on this episode of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Again, like and subscribe if you did. We appreciate everyone that does. Saudi, let's get. Yeah, I have.
Oh, you also have Volkov on that card.
Oh yeah. Man, that sucks. Just him talking about that shit. Just feels like he has to take it because we'll get it. We could talk about more of that when the fights come around. But everyone else, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on review, something. We might change things up a little bit for these next ones. Who knows? We'll see. We'll catch you then. Peace out, everyone.